Assalamu alaikum. This is video number 1 of English conversation. In today's live class, we are mainly focusing on the English language beginners, learners, right? All those who just want to start speaking English for the very first time, this is the right class live session for them. From this video, you could directly start your speaking, you could start asking questions, and you can start answering the question. You could be part of the conversation, right? Why? Because the main objective of today's class is start speaking English language right now at Explimp English. Now, why we have started this class? The main reason is there are mainly people, they are wasting their most of time learning the grammar. But we have designed this activity. This is a sort of activity for you, interactive activity in which you could participate by commenting or by talking with yourself, by answering our questions, and there is much more to do, right? We could engage you in this class. So the first ever thing is we would be doing activity number 1. In this activity number 1, we are using some expressions. For this activity, the first ever thing we need, that is some vocabulary, and especially the verb. This is a group of some verbs. Number 1 is practice, learn, go, watch, hurt, help, tell, and sleep. You might be thinking these verbs are very easy verbs. Yeah, definitely they are very easy. But the problem is not to memorize the difficult verbs or vocabulary. The main problem is how do we use them in our practical world. So basically we have designed this activity in which you could be using all these vocabulary in your practical life. So the main question is about how to start using the things spontaneously. In this activity, we would engage you asking the questions and answering the questions. And through this activity, you will start your speaking in English right now, right in this video. Okay, and then you could watch the other videos. We could go then at once. So the first thing is we would only practice the verb practice, right? We don't practice all this vocabulary at the beginner. We would only choose one verb, and that is practice, right? Okay, again, the question is not about learning more vocabulary. It is rather the question about how spontaneously you could use the vocabulary in your everyday life. So we have chosen the verb practice, and for this verb, there is a phrase with us. And this is the phrase, would you like to plus verb? Now here, we don't want to see the grammatical aspects of this phrase. We just want to put our verbs into the place where the verb is written. You see, at the end of this phrase, there is to plus verb. So what we do, we simply pick up a verb from the right side and put it here, and then we could, add some sort of object, any noun or pronoun, or the rest of the sentence, and we could create a question. And then based on this phrase, we could also create negative and positive answers, right? So let's create our first question. Would you like to practice English? Now, there are two possible answers. Number 1 is no, I would not like to practice English. Or in contraction, you could say no, I wouldn't like to practice English. Or you could say yes, I would like to practice English. Now here you see, you are just asking a question by putting a verb into that phrase, and then you could then answer the questions. And there is no difficulties, right? Because things are very easy for you. And we have also put all those subject and verb and object, all these things in line together so that you could clearly see that where is something. Now here you see the verb practice is added, and you could also change this verb, for example, and you could say no, I wouldn't like to practice English, rather I would like to learn English or learn the grammar. Learn. Would you like to plus verb? So simply put the learn into the verb position. Would you like to learn grammar? No, I wouldn't like to learn grammar, but I would like to learn spoken English. If you are not interested in learning the grammar, and if you just want to enhance your fluency, you just want to speak up, so definitely you wouldn't like to learn grammar, rather you would like to learn spoken English or to practice your spoken English. Okay, here again you can see the verb is added and it is learn. And here the other thing, instead of just grammar, you can see two objects are added, like spoken English, and this is then called a phrase. We don't want to discuss the phrases either here, but I just wanted to tell you that after a verb you could add a lot of different things like phrases or prepositional phrases, noun phrases, or noun or pronoun or whatever you want. You could add a lot of different things, but the main thing is to focus on the verb, to pick up a verb and use it here, create a question and answer the question, right? Now here, would you like to learn grammar? We want to make it variable, right? How? We will be using the phrase would you like to plus verb, and here we will hide the previous one. And what we do, we will be picking one by one verb from the right side and we will be putting it here, so it will become more clear for you that you just pick up a verb, put it here, and done. You have created a question, right? See, the go. Would you like to go to Kalam, to Malam Jabba, to Savat, to any other place, right? Okay, watch. Now, would you like to watch movie? Would you like to watch TV? Or would you like to watch a drama, right? Whatever is your answer. Now, the next one is hurt. Do we hurt people? Yeah. Okay, so would you like to hurt someone? Or would you like to hurt your friend? Or would you like to hurt your enemy? If you do have enemy, and I hope no one has any enemy, right? So the next question is help. Now this is something we all do, we help each other, and the question is, would you like to help someone? Would you like to help poor people? Would you like to help your friends? Would you like to help your kids or your parents or your siblings? So whatever answer you give, you can give the answer. The next one is tell. Now, would you like to tell me a story, an interesting story, or would you like to tell me something secret about how to learn English? Okay, the next one is sleep. This is the last verb, and you can use it here like, would you like to sleep early, or would you like to sleep at 12 p.m. or a.m.? Whatever time you want to mention, you could put it at the end after the sleep. The answer could be, no, I wouldn't like to sleep at 11 p.m. But I would like to sleep early. Like if you don't want to sleep at 11 p.m., you could simply say, if someone asks you, would you like to sleep at 11 p.m.? You could say, no, I wouldn't like to sleep at 11 p.m., but I would like to sleep early because sleeping early is better for a healthy life. Or you could say, yes, I would like to sleep at 11 p.m. Maybe at night time you do have some sort of work, so that is the reason you might be sleeping at 11 p.m. Okay, now what is the next? Now let me ask you some questions. By these questions, then you could also create some questions and you could also answer these questions in the comments, right? Okay, so what is my first question? Would you like to pass me the glass? Well, yeah, we are not near with each other, right? But this is just a phrase. You could use it, you could create this question there, or you could comment there, or you could ask this question from your friend, and definitely the person would pass you the glass, or maybe he would refuse to pass you the glass. So the next question is, would you like to reply to my comment? Yeah, if you comment there, definitely I would reply. And what if I comment there? If I pin a comment, would you like to reply there? So hopefully you would reply. The next one is, would you like her to comment on your video? The answer might be, yes, I would like her to comment on your video, or no, I wouldn't like her to comment on your video. Whatever is your answer. The next one is, would you like him to teach you English? The next question is, would you like me to share your video? Well, definitely I would like you to share my video. If you do have time, please share it in your groups and tell your friends. That would be great. Okay, the next one is, would you like my brother to go with you? What is the answer? You better know. No, I wouldn't like my brother to go with you, or yes, I would like my brother to go with you. The last question is, would you like them to practice in this activity? Yes, I would like everyone to practice and participate in this activity. Sorry, before I said practice, it is participate. So I want everyone to participate in this activity because this is an interesting activity. It is easily understood, like everyone could understand it. And you just start creating these questions. Ask these questions from your friends or comments it there, or you answer these questions, right? You could also make an activity there at home, like you could stand in front of the mirror and you can take a screenshot of this and you could ask these questions from you and answer yourself, right? Or from your siblings, depending upon your moods and interest. Now, what is the next thing? The next thing is we want to add some WH questions, right? What we do, we put each WH question at the start of the phrase, whatever, like the previous phrase, and then you'd see you could create more questions, right? Okay. The first one is what. And with what, you can also ask the question why. For example, you could also ask a question, what would you like to do? So you can say, I would like to practice English. Now, I could also ask you the question, why would you like to practice English? Well, I would like to practice English because if I don't practice it, I won't learn it, right? So with every WH question, you can use why. And here is an important thing that most of the students or learners, they don't know how to answer the question why. But in this activity, it will become also more easier for you. Why? Because we make it easier for you, interesting, and we don't make it complicated, right? So see, the next question is which and why. Like which type of English would you like to practice and why would you like to practice this? For example, in English there are types of English: business English, academic English, or general English, or street English. Like which type of English? Grammar or spoken English, IELTS, and there are types of English, right? Then where? Like at which place would you like to practice and why would you like to practice it there? And the other question is when, timing. When would you like to practice? Well, you say I would like to practice it at 2 p.m. But why would you like to practice it at 2 p.m., right? So with every WH question you can put why. The last one is how. How would you like to practice? I would like to practice it by doing activities. And why would you like to practice it this way? Well, just because it is more easier than, someone is teaching to us. So that is the reason I would like to practice it with my friends. You can also add some pronouns, right? You can also create some questions. For example, who and why. And the second one is whose and why. And whom and why. Now here we see WH questions, would you like to plus verb. So here at the start of the phrase you can see WH questions, and on the left side you can see WH questions like what, why, which, why, where, why, when, why, and how, why. And we also see a list of pronouns, who and why, whose and why, whom and why. So from these WH questions and pronouns, we could create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 more questions just by using one verb, right? And spontaneously, you could also add more verbs. So that is the reason I told you earlier, it is not important to learn the complicated or difficult vocabulary if you cannot use them in your practical environment. So before, you need to make a structure so that then you could use the vocabulary in your practical environment spontaneously. So let's create our first question with the help of WH questions. What? But this is the verb. Here we have practiced these verbs. We don't want to practice them, and we will pick up our own spontaneous verb. The first one is what. Let's add what. So the question is, what would you like to do? Now after do, you could put the question mark. I put it after the dots because here one thing is missing, which is what would you like to do. So here we would write it And the answer is I would like to take a class. So in the missing place or empty space, we put a class. Please remember, you have to put the question mark right after do. There's no need of dots, right? Okay. So what is the next one? Why? Okay, why would you like to take class? I would like to take class because I want to learn new things. So here in this answering why, you are creating two simple sentences. Number one is I would like to take class, and because is a conjunction, and here in this activity we also don't focus on conjunctions. Inshallah, we would be having a separate activity on this. So the answer is because I want to learn new things, right? So class and new things both are the phrases or objects. Or you could say because I want learning new things. So here you see the difference. I want to learn or I want learning new things. Both of them are right, okay? Now what is next? Let's ask some questions with the WH question, what? What would you like to plus verb? What is our first question? What would you like to eat? Well, maybe you would like to eat banana or biryani or, whatever you want, right? The next question is, what would you like to do? Well, maybe you would like to practice, or maybe you would like to comment, or maybe you would like to share, or maybe you would like to do the same activity, the questions and answer activity with your friend, but we don't know. What would you like to comment here? Well, it is totally up to you. Whatever you would like to comment here, we would definitely try our best to read the comment and answer it if it is possible. Now, why would you like to plus verb? So like whatever you would like to do, but why would you like to do that? What is the reason? Why? So this question is important. See, why would you like to eat? Well, I would like to, for example, in the first question you said, I would like to eat banana, but here, why would you like to eat banana? And the answer could be, I would like to eat banana because it is my favorite fruit, or I like banana, or whatever is your answer. The next one is, why would you like to plus verb? Like in the second question, if I asked you, if you answered me, like I would like to practice this activity with my friends. So my question is, why would you like to practice this activity with your friend? You can say, I would like to practice this activity with my friends because this is the most easiest way to start learning English. Then last question is, why would you like to comment here? Well, definitely you would like to comment here in this video because maybe you have some questions, or maybe you have learned how to ask question or how to answer the question. So whatever is your favorite thing, you might be commenting there for that reason. Okay, what is the next helping? Okay, so here we have learned what, and the answer of what was class. Like what do you want to take, or what would you like to take? We said like I would like to take a class, but we don't know which class, right? Why? Because there are types of class, like mathematics class or English class or science class. There are then different types of classes, right? Okay, so let's see and start which and why. Would you like to plus verb with WH question? The first question is which class? So here with which you can also add class because we don't know about the types of class, right? So that is the reason we want to ask you this question. Which class would you like to take? The answer is, I would like to take English class. Great. Now, why would you like to take English class? Well, I would like to take English class because I need to improve my English. Well, definitely there might be different types of reasons someone might be taking the class for, right? So maybe you need to improve your English language, or maybe because English is international language, or it is a business language, or it is the language of education, or you could say because English is the language of conversation or communication across the globe, right? So for whatever reason you learn English or take the class, you could mention it here, and you could use because, a conjunction. What is the next? Now let us create more questions on which would you like to plus verb. Which channel would you like to subscribe? Like there are types of channels, right? So you could subscribe whatever channel you want. You could answer it here. You could also subscribe to Explimp English if you want. So here, which color would you like to choose? Which one video would you like to share with your friends? Well, maybe you could also share this video with your friends. Now, why would you like to plus verb? So the first question is, why would you like to subscribe? The channel name. Here you could add the channel name, like whatever channel name you want to put there in the comment, please put it here. Apart from Explimp, you could also put the name of other channel and tell us why would you like to subscribe that channel, right? Or this channel. What is the reason? The next question is, why would you like to choose the color name? For example, you choose the white color or black or red or pink color, whatever color, but why would you like to choose that? Why that color is important for you? And the last question is, why would you like to share this video with your friends? So like this is the video, and if you would like to share it with your friends, why? What is the reason? What is behind this? So simply you could say like it is a very simple video, and or you could say like we could start learning English together if I share this video with my friends, so both of us would understand it and we could start English language learning together, or learning English language together. Whatever is the reason, or maybe you just want to help us, right? So whatever is the reason, you could mention the reason why would you like to share this video with your friends. Now what is next? We learned about what class, we learned about which class, it is English class, but we don't know about where do you take this class, like where would you like to take the class? What is the name of that place, right? Okay, so here we are using the WH question, where and why. So we will use WH question plus would you like to plus verb. What is our first question? Would you like to take English class? The answer is, okay, so the question is, where would you like to take English class? Like at which place? What place do you like the most? Or what academy do you like the most? So where would you like to take English class? Well, I would like to take English class at Explimp, and maybe there are some other names near the place you are living, and you could also mention the name of that academy, whatever academy you want, and you could answer, I would like to take English class at da 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 da, right? Okay, the next one is, why would you like to take English class at Explimp? Like what is the reason? Why would you like to go there? Well, maybe there are many reasons for you, but for us here, I would like to take English class at Explimp because there is learning environment. So here you see we have added is there and the list of verb instead of like, right? Is also a verb because there is learning environment. So because of the environment, maybe you want to, or you would like to take class there, right? Or you could say because we do practical activities there, like rather than teaching you grammar, we learn that English practically. Now there are activities, right? Okay, so what is next? The next one is, let's create more question on where would you like to plus verb. The first question is, where would you like to go? Now tell us, where would you like to go? Would you like to go to some natural places or cities or some universities, or where? Or maybe to a friend's home. So please tell us, where would you like to go? Where would you like to take admission? Where would you like to enjoy? If you do want to enjoy, so where would you like to enjoy? Please answer it there. Now the next one is, why would you like to plus verb? Why would you like to go to, and here you can mention the name of the place, right? Wherever you want to go. For me, for example, if I would like to go to Mohodand, it is situated in Savat, KPK Pakistan. So definitely I would say why I would like to go to Moharand, because Moharand is the most beautiful place on the earth, right? So everyone who wants to see the beautiful places, Moharand is a sort of, lake. At the top of the mountain, there is snow, there is nature, there are trees and mountains. Each and everything is there. Fresh air is there, and especially the place is very famous for tourists. So I would like definitely to go to Moharand. Why would you like to take admission in? For example, you can mention any institution's name. The next one is, why would you like to enjoy there? Like, for example, if you want to say, I would like to go to my friend's house where I would like to enjoy, but why would you like to enjoy specifically there? Maybe you could say, I would like to enjoy there because they are my friends and we could easily talk to each other, we could communicate with each other, and we could have fun with each other, right? So whatever is the reason is an important thing. Why? Because of the reason, you mentally enhance your coherence, which is important, right? Now here we have learned about which class, which was English. The last one is where, at Explimp. In the last slide you saw I would like to take admission at Explimp. But here is another question. When? Like, when would you like to take admission at Explimp? Like, when would you like to go to your class? So please tell us about the timing. So for that reason, we use the WH question when, and say when and why together. Again, would you like to plus verb with a WH question. The first question is, when would you like to take English class at Explimp? I would like to take English class at 2 p.m. Okay, so why would you like to take English class at 2 p.m.? And the answer is, I would like to take English class at Explimp at 2 p.m. because I'm free at 2 p.m. Unfortunately, I haven't written in the first sentence 2 p.m. but in the last sentence you can see it here, okay? Or you could say because that is the class for beginners. So maybe you want to take admission in the beginner class at 2 p.m. There is the class for beginner, and that is the reason you want to take admission there at that time. Now let's create some more questions. When would you like to plus verb? When would you like to meet with your friends? When would you like me to upload the videos? Okay, so here is in the previous slides we showed after like you could also add some more subjects or objects, but here nouns or pronouns, okay, because we are not learning the grammar to say subject or objects. So you could add more nouns or pronouns or noun phrases here. For example, when would you like me? Instead of this, I could say, when would you like your brother? Or when would you like Asma to upload the videos? So I hope you got it, huh? It is easy. When would you like to visit to natural places? Now, why would you like to plus verb? Why would you like to meet with your friends at that time? Like the time which you specified in the earlier question. When would you like to meet with your friends? Why that specific time? Why not other time, right? The next one is, why would you like me to upload the videos at that time? Well, whatever, maybe the reason is like at that time you're free. So please tell us, when would you like me to upload the videos for you? Like at which time? And also mention the timing according to the international standard time zone, right? The next one is, why would you like to visit? You can use the preposition at, on, or in for many reasons. For example, why would you like to visit at 2 p.m.? Or why would you like to visit on Sunday? Or why would you like to visit in the month of October? Right? So for these three reasons, you could use these different types of prepositions. Now next, we have learned about the timing, the WH question when, but we don't know about how. Like, how would you do this? These two are very important things, like why you do something and how you do it. because most of our students or learners, they do know about what, when, where, which, all these, but when it comes to answering the question why and how, they face a bit difficulties. So here we would see how and why. Again, WH question, would you like to plus verb? And the question is, how would you like to go to the class? Like, what would be the process, right? The answer is, I would like to go to the class by feet or by car, or I would like to ride the motorcycle, whatever you want. But here you say, I would like to go to the class by this way, right? The next question is, why would you like to go to the class by feet? Well, there are many different possibilities. Number one, I would like to go to the class by feet because I don't have any vehicle. Or you can say, because I do exercise this way. Or you could simply say, I would like to go to the class by feet because I love walking. I love seeing the things around me, and I don't like all the time traveling in vehicle because that is boring. So whatever the reason, you tell us why. Would you like to go to the class by feet? The next is, let's ask more question on how. Would you like to plus verb? How would you like to drink water? Like you would like to stand and drink water or sit and drink water? Like what would be the process? How would you like to learn English language? I mean, like by listening or speaking or doing some sort of activities, or by becoming a student or a teacher. Like what would be the way, and which way would you like to learn English language? Or simply you could say, how would you like to learn English language? How would you like us to bring improvement in our videos? So here again I put us, a pronoun. Or you could say, how would you like me to bring improvement in our videos? Why I used us? Because I'm not only one person, there is a team, there are people. So this is the question for all of us. If you want us to bring some sort of improvement, so how would you like us to bring improvement in our videos? Maybe in our audio quality or the examples or whatever you want. Please tell us in the comments, how would you like us to bring improvement in our videos? Because there is always and always room for improvement, and we would love your suggestion, and we would love to bring improvement based on your desired queries or suggestions. The next one is, why would you like to plus verb? Why would you like to drink water this way? Well, I would like to drink water while sitting, and this way is more calm, more easy, and I would enjoy drinking water instead of standing and drinking water, right? Why would you like to learn English language this way? This would mean, like, why would you like to learn English language by practicing it? I would like to learn English language by practicing it because it is more easy and more fun. I could talk with my friends, and if there are mistakes, there is no problem. Here in this slide, you saw there are many mistakes, right? But we are deliberately making these mistakes. Why? Because psychologically, it becomes more burden on your mind. This is not the school class, right? Because in schools there are tiny small mistakes, and then you are getting punishment for that, and because of this, psychologically you are being unboxed in a small tiny box or encapsulated, and once your mind is encapsulated, then you can't learn progressively. So that is the reason mistakes are basically an important part of our learning process. So here we do have mistakes, and yeah, it's great to be with mistakes, but small, tiny, and calculated, right? Okay. Why would you like to visit at 2 p.m.? Well, I would like to visit at 2 p.m. because at that time I have free time. I have no other work to do. So that is the reason I would like to visit there at 2 p.m. Now, we have learned about what, mean class, which class, English class, where, at Explimp, when, at 2 p.m., how, by feet. But the next question is, who? Like, what is the name of that person with whom you might like to visit somewhere or to do something? Or then the next one is whose and whom. Who, whose, and whom are pronoun. They are not WH questions, but you could also create a question because who and whose and whom are basically the names. Still, they are not revealed. For example, who is that person? And you could say that is Mr. Gulbadin. Now, I didn't know about this name, so you said who. So that is the reason we could create some questions, right? Okay. So let's create the questions with who and why, and you could create questions with whose and why and whom with why by yourself. Let's look at this example. Instead of WH question, you could put pronoun and then would you like to plus verb, right? Okay, so who would you like to take your class? Like, what is the name of that person? Who is that person? Well, I would like Mr. Gulbadin to take my class. The next question is, why would you like him or her to take your class? Well, I would like him to take my class because he engages us in learning activities. Like, who is Gulbadin? You don't know. I don't know. But this is just a dummy name, right? And because of his good attitude. Okay, here again we have a mistake because he has good attitude. You should, read it this way, or because she has good attitude, right? Okay, the next one is questions with who would you like to plus verb. The first question is, who would you like to bring a glass of water for you? Who would you like to learn English language from? Like, who is the person you would like to learn English language from? Maybe you could mention the name of your teacher or the name of your friends or the name of Explimp, whatever you want, okay? Now, who would you like us to mention her name in our video? Now here, we want you to please tell us who is that person that you would like us to mention his or her name in our video. So definitely we would add it there. If you have any friend, please tell us about your name and we would mention his or her name in our video with your permission, right? And you could take permission from him or her. Now, why would you like to plus verb? The question is, why would you like, for example, Mr. Gulbadin to bring a glass of water for you? Why would you like mention a name to learn English language from? Or why would you like us to mention your friend's name? Like, why would you like us to mention your friend's name? Like, what is the best thing in your friend? Why should we mention that name? Please tell us in the comments. Now, we have done how by feet and who and whom. And this is the activity number 1. This is the end of this activity. Thank you very much for all of you. At the end of this activity, I just want to tell you, English is very easy. Don't take it very difficult. It's not complicated. Don't take tension. You just start asking these questions and answering these questions. Start doing this activity. Start from the easiest thing. And if there are mistakes, please remember, mistakes are a very important part of our life, and because of mistakes you should not encapsulate yourself psychologically. So why? Because if you are encapsulated or in box, just like in our schools they are unboxing us in small boxes, then what happens at the end? We are unable to do the great things. We are unable to learn new things. We just mimic and cram the things which are being taught to us, and then we put it in the paper, pass the exams, get the certificates, and boom, we have done it. But when it comes to practical life, there are very, very difficult situations for us then, right? So that is the reason at the end of this class, I'm just requesting all of you, start learning English this way. Create questions, ask questions, answer the question, and yeah, you can make a list of verb, put it in front of you, and pick up any verb and put it here in this phrase. And this is not the only one phrase, there are many other phrases, and inshallah we will tell you how you could use those phrases. But in this video we focused mainly on how to create questions by using that phrase and by using some verbs, and also we told you about the WH question, how you could create more questions, and this way how you could create some sort of conversation or dialogue. Please tell us in the comment. If there is any room for improvement, please, we will do for sure. And if you have any problem, please tell us. We will also create videos on this. Please share this live class with other friends so that they could also get benefits even after the end of this class. Thank you very much for watching Explimp English, and please wait for the second activity. Allah Hafiz.